Upon Anakin Skywalker's fall to the dark side to become Darth Vader, his first mission for Darth Sidious was to go to the Jedi Temple and kill every Jedi inside. Importantly, Sidious's reasoning for having his new apprentice attack the temple was twofold. First, they would eliminate every Jedi, as they were now all enemies of the Republic, and thereby prevent a civil war without end. And second, Vader's attack on the temple would allow him to become strong enough with the dark side of the Force to save Padme. When Vader carried out his attack on the temple, killing every Jedi within it, including the Younglings, one could only assume that he fully believed what he was told by Sidious, namely, that the Jedi were traitors determined to kill Sidious and every senator to take power for themselves, that keeping the Jedi alive would result in a disastrous civil war, and finally, that the attack would ensure Vader became powerful enough in the dark side to save Padme. However, even though Vader went through with the attack and carried out Sidious's orders, Vader was not motivated by any of these reasons, and rather than trying to prove himself to Sidious, Vader had other reasons for going through with his attack on the Jedi Temple and eradicating every Jedi inside. In this video expose, I will explain how Vader was able to see through Sidious's lies and manipulations regarding the treason of the Jedi and becoming strong enough in the dark side, and describe the true reason for why Vader attacked the Jedi Temple. Only weeks after his defeat to Obi-Wan on Mustafar, Vader returned to the Jedi Temple on Coruscant to obtain a number of holocrons for Sidious. Once back inside the temple, Vader remembered the night of the attack and most of the events that had occurred there. Vader even recognized the true reasons for why he ultimately carried out the attack and went so far as to murder the Younglings within the temple. Vader recalled that he hadn't killed the Jedi within the temple in service to his new master Sidious. In fact, the entire assault was not done by Vader to impress Sidious, or even to demonstrate his newfound allegiance to the Sith or the dark side. Within the Chancellor's office, Vader understood that he was being manipulated by the Dark Lord of the Sith, and more importantly, was still angry and resentful that Sidious had been manipulating him and the Clone Wars throughout the entirety of the previous 3 years. Vader could not simply forget these facts, and saw through Sidious's continued attempts to manipulate him. Therefore, not being able to let go of his resentment, even as Vader carried out his attack on the temple, he ultimately planned to turn upon and kill Sidious. But if Vader did not attack the Jedi Temple to demonstrate his service and allegiance to Sidious, or as a way to prove his commitment to the Sith and dark side, why did he go through with the attack and kill every Jedi within the temple? Vader executed the commands of Sidious because he understood that the Jedi would never accept, let alone tolerate, his decision to sacrifice Mace Windu in order to save Padme. Vader knew that the Jedi would continue to stand in the way of his attempts to save her, and prevent him from taking whatever steps were necessary to ensure her survival. He knew that the Jedi would have continued to fight him on his decisions to the bitter end. Further, he understood that once it was known that Padme was carrying his child, the Jedi may have attempted to demand custody, recognizing that the offspring would be powerful in the Force as well. Vader was certain that the Jedi were far too set in their ways to allow him to do what was necessary to save Padme, even if that meant turning to the dark side for assistance. Therefore, Vader's attack on the Jedi Temple was similar to his intervention to sacrifice Mace, but on a significantly larger scale, wherein he sacrificed the Jedi Order to save Padme. So there we have it, how Vader's attack on the Jedi Temple was not undertaken in service to Darth Sidious, but rather as a means to ultimately save Padme and prevent his visions of her death from manifesting. We love making these videos, so why not subscribe for more fun Star Wars theories and discussions? Also, if you enjoyed the video, think about giving a like or leaving a comment. If not for me, to save Padme.